All right, here we go. Watch this video for Friday, June 22nd. I'm showing you the SPY here. Red day in the SPY. Let's look at it intraday. What happened was right out of the gate, we pretty much got some downhill speed and then a bounce. We ended up closing close to the lows of the day, but for most of the day, which is from here to here, good 4 or 5 hours, just a pretty much a chop fest, right? Most of my charts that I was watching throughout the day just sideways almost all day. So it was a boring day for me. I'm going to bring this up. I took two freaking trades all day, and there's my results. I had 387.74 on SBOT and BOXL 165.70. That is not, it is not me painting a picture of the extravagant lifestyle of a day trader. But you know what? Very few red days in my life, and so as long as I'm green, I'm still happy with that. I'm okay. I'll take that over a red day any day. So, but it was just a boring day. Here's what I'm watching for tomorrow. Dry ships. I had to leave a little early today, which sucks because several times throughout the day, I was telling people, like right around here maybe, I was saying, hey, this dry ships is pretty resilient. It comes up here. I said, dry ships is going to be on watch tomorrow or something. Anyway, then I had to take off, and I saw that it did that. Just a rip. Here's the daily on it. So you had this high back here, 559, and then you kind of had basically a big cup and handle. From here, here's the handle, and then today it ripped. So we're going to watch it again tomorrow. I'm going to watch a sister stock of dry ships, a DCIX. If the shippers, sorry about that. If the shippers continue tomorrow, DCIX, it's not a terrible setup. It's been basing here and getting these little pops, and it might just break out of this range, especially if dry ships continues. So I want to watch that one. I've got it listed twice on my list there. So dry ships, DCIX, FCSC, very strong day today. Nice volume, closed very strong. I don't know why. I couldn't find news on it. But we'll see if it has a follow-through day tomorrow. Remember, when you watch my videos, I'm a day trader. I'm looking for stuff that I can make some money in tomorrow. I'm in cash every night. I always joke around. I won't even hold my wife overnight. So ABIL also closed very strong. That's a huge day for this one. Massive volume for this one. Look to the left. You don't see any volume sticks like this. I would note that it did hit the 200-day. I'm not sure if this one had news either. But a strong close, so worth keeping an eye on. CLSN had a really nice day here, where it ran from 275 to 348. Now you get a couple days lower on declining volume, so we'll see if that one can turn back up, give us a long trade tomorrow. GEVO. Now this is I don't know how else to word it, a very insane chart. I'll give you some numbers. From 442, that day, it topped out at $21, and then had the big topping tail, right? This is what it looked like. So then people said, you morons getting long GEVO, this is going to retrace. And then the next day, it actually goes higher. It goes to 24.74. Now, shorts are killing on it, right? It is in that area between the 8 and the 20. This is what we call the buy zone on charts, looking for a bounce. It's a crazy stock. That's crazy movement, but unless you think it's going to completely retrace the third day, this is a good time to start watching for a bounce. So if we get a low risk, long setup in GEVO, we might get a pretty nice percentage gain in a short period of time. ASTC also gapped up the other day. Now we're 3 days lower. Worth watching. I don't know what else to say about it. Just worth watching. Dropbox DBX had a huge move from $32 to almost 44. And now we're 3 days lower on declining volume, right into that buy zone we talk about. Pretty good setup for a bounce tomorrow. APRI had this pop here that went to 58 cents. Then you had a lower high at 50 cents. Now you've had declining volume, a couple days lower. Worth watching for a turn back up tomorrow. As you can tell, I'll trade anything from Tesla to a 40-cent stock as long as I get a proper setup. Alarm, ALRM, alarm.com holdings. Nasty couple days, from 44 down to almost 37. I drew a line here at the most recent low, which was in March. That's an area that if it gets down there, you could argue, hey, it's gotten there in a big hurry. I'll be looking for a bounce down below this line, an intraday turn for a trade. CBLK, relatively new issue, has fallen in 4 sessions from $35 down to 26 something. Pretty good setup for a bounce tomorrow. Starbucks, SBUX. Couple of nasty days. I'm going to pan way out here. I don't know. It's taken out these lows from back here, but it's gotten there in a hurry. I still think Starbucks is a pretty good setup for a snapback bounce. I was kind of hoping this would flush 50 today. I had a bid at one point below 50 in case it flushed 50 for a snapback up, but I think it's ahead of itself to the downside in the very short term. Might get a nice snapback bounce in that one. And then lastly, CLBS, another weird chart like GEVO. A huge move, then a huge gap up, 2 red days, almost to where it closed that day on the huge move. So I don't know, that's a weird chart, but it's also one that if we get a low risk long setup, you might get a very nice percentage gain in a very short period of time. So look down below this video for a link to all of our free webinars. There's a lot of great trading education in our free webinars, if I don't say so for myself. If I do say so for myself. Also a link to a 5-year membership for the price of one. That is not going to be around much longer, but it'll be there, I think, probably when June ends, it ends. So check that out. And also a link to Trade Ideas free trade idea of the week. So that's something to check out as well. I'm done babbling. Have a great night. We'll see everybody on Friday.